Well, picture it. I'm walking home and there's a skip. I see this in it and I go, looks like a Hitachi Hoover I used to have. Not a Hoover, a vacuum I used to have. Thought, oh great. But I only saw it for a split second because the skip was hidden by sort of builders' vans and everything. So I walked home, this was 2 minutes from my house, changed and went back a route that I would end up coincidentally walking past the skip again, just to see if I would see the machine in question. Identified, yep, it's a Hitachi. Went in, all of this was buried in the skip, so the hose and everything. And yeah, the guy just said, well, I said to him, hey, can I take that Hoover that's in the skip? I fix them as a hobby. And he went, you fix them as a hobby? But then I think as I pulled it out the skip, he realised I was actually being serious. So here we are, I've got wipes to give it a wipe, but no point being a germaphobe. It's got its floor head if I just twist it round, which seems alright. I actually have one of these heads, not in as good condition as that. I had one of these years ago, given to me by Kevin, but the hose end was scrap and I could not get a hose. So I think the hose actually got chewed up as well. So I never really did anything with it. However, this one's all complete. This one has a flex reel. I don't think my one did. I don't think it did actually. Switch, this looks different to my one now that I actually look at it. Loads of builders there and at that house, and they have been for ages. Alright then. So I'm guessing it might have buildery stuff in it. It's a bit wet there, but not too bad. I'm just wary of opening this up without either making a mess or scuffing the plastic. Actually, could do it on this doormat. Let's just pull that out. It's kind of full of grime and stones. The house has had its rough casting done, I noticed, so it's clearly been used to pick up after that. I'll give that a wee empty. I won't run it in this video, but I'll attach on the end it running after I've dried it out. What else seems to be there? Plug and everything. Yeah, that's just fallen out. You can see the sort of mess in there. Not bad at all, is it? So I'll let it dry out for a few days, then I'll run it and see what happens. Well, I've washed the filter on the Hitachi and I've let it sort of dry out, and I've got this really filthy piece of carpet. So, does it work? Well, it makes a bit of howl from the bearings, but it works with good suction. It's actually doing quite a good job. So as I say, I washed the filter. It took like 3 washes to get it remotely clean. And I can hear it's actually picked up loads of grit. This piece of carpet's come from my neighbour's garage. Let's see. You'll see. It's inefficient, bagless system, but it does really work. So yeah, not a bad trash find. If I can get that filter tucked back in, which I can. And that bagless box, try and set it back in. I'll plonk it down briefly. I'll see briefly. 10 minutes later when I figure out how to get this back on there. So yeah, that's not bad for a trash find. It smells a bit musty. Oh, the handle needs glued, I forgot. I just heard a snap. But yeah, it is really working quite well. Pretty quiet too. Yeah, I forgot the handle needs glued, so I probably shouldn't have used it like that. But anyway, yeah, another successful trash find.